Hey, and welcome to another episode of You Love Comic Books. This is a show where I showcase recent comic book hauls, show comic book speculation, stuff from my collection, and I'll even do like a review on some of my pull list. This is the 20th episode. I'd like to thank my new subscribers. I appreciate you. Um, if you have any questions, what you see in this haul, leave a comment. If you have any, constructive feedback, hey, leave a comment. Why don't you give this video a like? And hey, you know what? While you're watching it and you enjoy the content that you see, and like I said, I have 19 other episodes besides this, become a subscriber. Become part of the You Love Comic Books conversation. The only way to love comic books is to follow the YouTube channel You Love Comic Books. I mean, all right, well, before I get any further, this is probably going to be my last episode for like a couple of weeks. Now, it's kind of funny because I'm like, hey, become a subscriber. But don't worry, there will be new content. I will showcase more hauls. I will. The thing is, though, I'm moving. And I don't think I'll be able to get in another haul or showcase anything. So, but you know what? That's fine. Because there's some really good stuff in this video. And I say this is a good closure. You know, it's kind of funny. We're talking about Saga. Saga went away. They had a huge cliffhanger at the end of issue 54. And it was gone for 3 years. But don't worry, I won't be gone for 3 years. I'll be back showcasing my comic book haul. Probably be in a couple of weeks when I move to my new state. I'm moving from one state to another state. I guess literally a state, not like a state of existence or anything, but I guess, well, you know what? I'm rambling, and you're not here. Well, I guess you are going to just listen to me ramble because I don't really show my face in the video. Who knows? Maybe when I move to a new state, I'll change the format of the show, and you could see me in it, and I'll just talk about the comic books I bought. Like, I won't even show them. I'll just be like, telling you about it. You know, I'll just go from one extreme to the other. I don't show you me. I show you the comics. But in my new one, I just talk about the comics. But you look at me, and it's gonna be, I don't know, it might be a little too weird. So you know what? Like I said, I was rambling. Let's get to the haul. But first, a quick review. Saga number 56. This is the Brian K. Vaughan, Fiona Staples. Brian K. Vaughan actually is now second bill. I don't know if I gotta look back and see if he was second bill on the top. He's pointed out in interviews and stuff that Fiona Staples actually takes like the lion's share of the work because she does all the lettering, all art from beginning to middle and end, and even some of the writing. So this book again, 55 came out last month. They're consistently releasing these. The book has been gone for like 3 years. If you're a Saga fan, you're gonna love this. I don't like. Is it a good entry point for new readers? I don't know. Probably. I think it. Probably not. I mean, it's an interesting story. Saga. It is an. I would say it's definitely a mature readers. It's not for kids. They explore some real mature subject matter in this series. It's sci-fi, but at the same time, what's interesting about Saga is there's like a realism to it, like almost like not down home, but like it's fantastical. You know, they have all kinds of weird like aliens and like kind of like almost like animal amorphized aliens too, and like it it's an interesting comic book. It's definitely an entertaining read. Yeah, I've never been bored reading Saga, so I'm happy it's back. And you know what? This is the only new issue or review. So let's just get to the haul. Issue, A Mighty Avengers, issue 66. Now this is what I would call it's a key, but it's gonna be a bigger key in the future. This is, besides being like a first appearance of Ultron 6, I think it's 16. Could be wrong. It is the first appearance first mentioning of adamantium and the first appearance of the scientist or doctor that creates adamantium. I got this for a decent price. It's a decent grade. It probably could use a cleaning and a press, but I'm happy to have this in the collection. I found this in some antique store that I go to, and since I'm moving, it's going to be the last time I go there. So I saw this in the past. I'm going to grab it. They had it for $30. I think that's a good price for what this is, and especially in the condition that it is. Like I said, it's not like getting a book from this era that had a white cover and having it be like white is really tough. And I would say this isn't bad. It's got a little bit of yellowing, but there's no like creases really. The spine's not bad. Like I said, probably just needs a cleaning. Happy to have this one. Dazzler 22. Got this one for $6. This is an awesome. It's just like an early Rogue appearance, pre-Rogue becoming an X-Men or a good guy. She started out as a villain, and it's just interesting to find those like outside of X-Men, she appears in like ROM, and I guess this title. I think there's like one other appearance in another comic, but this book has definitely been picking up. If Rogue enters the MCU, this book's gonna pick up. Like I said, I got this for $6. It's in excellent condition. I've seen this go for $20 in worse condition. And it's just funny, this guy at the antique store, I rebag these. His bags are awful. His bags are like from like 30 years ago or something like that. And if he has backing boards on them, they're like the worst backing boards. So to find them in like excellent condition, I'm like, does anyone actually look at the books? Because I feel like a lot of people were rummaging through those back issue bins. There's no way in hell that this thing would not be riddled with spine ticks, but it isn't. So happy to have this. It's a really nice copy. Sensational She-Hulk 58. Got this one for $15. I don't know if I overspend or not. I've seen this. People wanting like $40-$50 for this book. Is it worth that much? I don't know. It's basically the second, well, let's say 58, 59, third to last issue of the Sensational Hulk series. In these last issues, the print runs go down a lot. The book was canceled after 60. That I'm trying to find that one at a decent price. The reason why this book has been picking up is because Moon Knight, like he has like a cabbie persona, and he takes I guess She-Hulk gets a ride from his cab, and he's like it's literally like an off panel like thanks, whatever the guy's name is. I forgot the character's name. Moon Knight's cabbie persona, but this is their first. I guess it's considered their first team up. I don't know. I'm just happy to have that. I've been wanting to get the last 10 issues of the series, so I just need issue 60 now. So. All right, here we go. This is from a different store, some dollar bin. This was from their dollar bin. Big Girls #1. It's an Image series. I've heard about it. It sounded good. I figured for $1, I'll read it. It's also in really good condition. I did read it, and I enjoyed it. There you go. That's my review. Am I going to go back and buy the other issues? I don't know. I'm trying to cut down on new books, but if I find the other issues for $1 each, I'll check them out. Wonder Twins #1. I saw 2 of them, so I grabbed them, and they were $1 each. Are they in perfect condition? No, this one's got a little spine tick. Does this one? This one has one a little too, but they're in pretty damn good condition for being shoved in a box with no bags. Their dollar bin in this store, they don't have bags in them, but I'm actually shocked they're in the condition they're even in. And I found some really good stuff in their dollar bin. Now this book, on average, is going for $15 now. They announced a Wonder Twins show, and so this comic, Super Friends #7, I think, from the 70s or whatever, and Extreme Justice #7. I think I'm probably getting the issue numbers wrong. Extreme Justice, which is bizarre that people are saying that is considered the first true DC appearance, because Super Friends doesn't count. But I'm like, wasn't Extreme Justice based on a crappy 90s toy line? You know what? If you're watching this episode, why don't you answer? Give me. Maybe you know the answer to that. It was Extreme Justice, based on that Mattel Justice League toy line. I don't know if anyone remembers it, but it was like these like weird posed figures. They had limited articulation. They were all like ripped and like there was a lot of detail. They came with these weapons, and like Apocalypse had like a big claw that opened up, and I don't know. They're saying that is the first appearance of Wonder Twins. Regardless, I got these two. They were $1 each. Am I gonna sell these now? No, I'm gonna wait because I feel like sometimes what happens with these shows, if they even let's say they even get made. So Wonder Twins gets announced. I don't know if it's for CW, HBO Max. Let's hope it's for HBO Max because HBO Max, but Peacemaker being the hit it is, I think will get better traction. If it's on CW, a lot of, especially the people in like comic collecting community and stuff like that, they kind of discount the CW series, and I think their CW's kind of like maybe on the way out, and they're kind of going into the whole HBO Max. So I think the next step is, I don't know if they actually casted these characters yet. When they actually cast them, or if there's a trailer, that's when you go in and try to sell these. But I feel like when they make these initial announcements, if you do not sell this book and within the first day or two, everyone and their mother's already put them up on eBay, you're not going to sell them. Or maybe you did. I don't know what I'm talking about. Speaking of a book that's probably calmed down a bit, Star Wars number 20. Got this one for $1. It's kind of funny. If you watched a previous episode of mine, I actually showcased this. I went through that dollar bin like a couple months ago, found a bunch of Beavis and Butthead and Bill and Ted comics as well, and they had this in there. And I grabbed that, and then I saw this again in the bin, and I grabbed it. And this book, you could probably get like 20 for it. I feel like, again, I'll probably get a wait, especially with this storyline. This is Black Croissant. Black Croissant. We'll call him that, Black Croissant. This is his origin, and like you find out how he got the scar. I guess he was. I don't remember the story 100%. I do have this in my regular collection. Obi-Wan. I think he's like a bounty hunter. He's a bounty hunter, and I think he gets the job to go after Obi-Wan. I'm not 100% sure. But if this character shows up in the Obi-Wan series that's coming out in March, this comic's going to blow up again. So I'm going to hold on to this dollar find. And this is in excellent condition. For being shoved in a bin with no bag, this thing's like pretty damn near mint. There's no spine. I don't think there's any spine ticks on this one. Okay, got this one for $5. Captain America 171. I would say it's a really good high mid-grade copy. Is it a key of any kind? Well, it's a famous cover. That's for sure. I saw Bronze and Modern Gods, which is another YouTube show I enjoy watching, and they showcase certain comic covers and stuff like that. And I guess this pose of Captain America is a famous pose and has been used on lots of tees and stuff. But according to one of the hosts, they said that they made his face happy, which I think I know exactly what he's talking about. This is I think 170 is the first appearance of Falcon's wings, or maybe that was like the cameo of his wings. And this is his first appearance of getting the wings, and Black Panther being in it. So it's like a minor key, I guess, especially if you watch Falcon and Winter Soldier, where the Wakanda, they got Falcon's new Captain America suit in the end. All right, here we go. Some big boy books to finish out this video. Marvel Premiere, featuring Doctor Strange, Master of Mystics, Art, issue 3. I would say this is considered kind of like a Doctor Strange #1. It's I think there's like maybe 8 issues in Marvel Premiere, maybe 10. I have to look it up. I got this. This is like an okay. It's like a VG plus copy. So I got these books at this store. Sometimes you go to a store and you're like, you have no intention of buying anything, or maybe you'll find something for a couple bucks. But then you go there and you see stuff and you're like, more expensive books, but you're like you can't leave them behind, especially if you're a collector and you know exactly what they are and what they and like what they go for and like especially if you're hunting for these. Sometimes these books become really difficult to find, but then these books find you, and that's what happened here. So they had this for 22. Um, it's a key in that it's like the first issue of, I think he's in Strange Tales, obviously that's where he first premieres, and then the series turns into Doctor Strange after like 169, I think, or something like that. It becomes Doctor Strange, and I don't think it lasts that long. I think it only goes to like, it only goes for a couple. I'm trying to think how many issues it goes for. I'll have to look that up. But clearly they must have canceled it, and then he takes over Marvel Premiere, and then he gets his own series again in the 70s. So, happy to have this one. Alright, here's another one I've been wanting to get for a while. West Coast Avengers, 45, First White Vision. They had this for 35. I would say this is a really good copy. It's got minor ticks. Has a little bit of yellowing on top. Overall, it's a really nice copy. The book's in primo condition. This book, when WandaVision came out, this book shot up to like $100 raw, easily. Graded copies went for crazy. It's definitely fizzled a bit, but I'd say that this was more than a fair price for this book. It will pick up again because this character, I don't know if, and again, he may not come, when he comes back, the Vision, he may not be White Vision anymore. He might be, who knows, we'll see. I don't know, I think they announced the WandaVision season 2, but we'll find out. I'm just happy to have this one, and I figured what they say is, I bought this in the dip. So happy to have this. All right, here we go. Here's another one. Destroyer Duck, #1. This was $20. This has some minor water damage on the bottom. Nothing too bad. They had 2 copies that were both $20, and they both had the same like minor water damage. But that one, the one I did not get, was in way worse condition. So I'm happy to get this one. This is a really nice looking copy though. It is, has hardly any spine ticks. So what's the importance of this book? Well, besides being Destroyer Duck #1, this is the first appearance of Gru. So if you watched the previous video, I showcased, I got Gru #1, which was the Marvel version. I guess Marvel Epic. I think there's another series that predates that. And then I also got the second appearance of Gru, which was like Star Slayer #5. So happy to kind of get these Gru books for like very little bit. Like that Gru comic #1, if you watch my previous video, the condition's not the greatest, but to get for $5 on #1 Gru, I mean, why not, What do you gotta lose? And then the Star Slayer, which was like good condition, but I was a little upset because I realized in the back there was a big bend. That was my fault for not looking. Again, that one was only $5 too. This one was 20, but I think, like I said, it has a little bit of water damage on the bottom, but like the water damage is pretty mild. Like, I'm wondering now, maybe if you're watching this video and you got to this point, you're not like shut it off yet. Maybe leave comments, tell me like, now I know people do, they get their books pressed. I've never really gotten any comic books pressed before. It's just never, I'm thinking of doing it after I move. I have a couple books that I think are definitely like, could go from like a 5 to a 9 just from a press. Is mild water damage fixable on a press? That's my question to you guys. You can leave that in the comment. And again, just happy to have this. And then here's the big book. I don't think this one, a press is really going to do anything with this one. And when we talk about a book finds you, this was a book that I've been wanting to get. It hasn't been like the top of my list, but it is not the greatest condition. I mean, it's been loved. This has become a pretty big key. This is Dr. Doom's first solo comic. This is also, I think, the first appearance of his mother, and it's considered a great story. of like him journeying to hell. I have to read it. I probably will just find a copy online and read it. I already put this in this bag and this mylar, and I probably will never take it out again. But they have it for 45. This book goes, if you have this book in really, really good condition, this will go for like, I've seen it going for $800 on eBay, if not more. And if Doctor Doom gets announced in MCU, this book's going to skyrocket and become, this is going to become unattainable for a lot of people. This is, Doctor Doom's first appearance in Fantastic Four #5. That's going to be a hard one to get. That's already like, you're going to have to sell your car, it's like the price of a nice car at that point. And then his early appearances too get really pricey, but this is considered, again, like his first solo story. That always is considered a key, and I think a lot of these Marvel Superhero Presents are hard to get in really good condition. So if you watched the previous video, I showcased I got the Kazar issue, which I think was like, I think it's 17, or maybe I'm wrong, maybe that's the Black Knight issue. I got that one, that's in the last video. So the cool thing at this store, since I got it all at this one store, they gave me 10% off on all these. So that's kind of cool. I was happy to get 10% off on that. Took a little sting off the price, but again, I could not get these. So yeah, hey, I think, what they say, quality over quantity. Not to say that all the books that I get in all my videos is quality. All right, well, if you like what you saw in this video, you're going to see a previous video here, the previous video over there, and you're going to hit a subscribe. Why not subscribe? Become part of the You Love Comic Books conversation. And like I said, I will be back in a couple of weeks, hopefully with some other crazy finds. And all right, well, thank you and have a good one. Bye.